We're the best.
Yeah, like this is where you learn.
The World Baseball Classic is hours away. 11 o'clock Eastern is the very first game of the WBC, and then there'll be a handful of games tomorrow being Thursday. So in this video, I'm joined by the boys from Blue Jays Today, as always, for our Tuesday night That Damn Baseball live stream to power rank the teams in the tournaments. Nick and Adam, how are you doing?
Doing good, Jim. I'm excited. The World Baseball Classic is here. I can't wait to see all these superstars kind of go head to head. Some of these top prospects get a chance of the big lights. And but I am very sad because obviously we're Canadian and then we're not playing till Sunday, so I gotta be teased a little bit. But it's all good. I can't wait to see some of these other guys and maybe talk ball with you boys.
Yeah, actually, I guess I'm just realizing right now. But do you guys know what's the first game?
Oh, dude, I just had it up.
This is embarrassing.
Hold on.
This is embarrassing.
Oh, dude, where did it go?
Like that, Nick?
Oh, damn.
No, it's a.
I posted the whole group right there.
Yeah.
He's good. The show just screeched to a halt. It's Cuba against the Netherlands.
Okay.
Well,
I
got opinions on those guys.
Yeah,
FS1.
exactly.
FS1 at 11 o'clock.
Let's face it, guys. I mean, not to ruin the whole rankings here, but potentially, not the world beaters is Cuba or the Netherlands. But I'm really excited, man. I'm super amped to watch some actual really meaningful baseball. We've been watching some spring training stuff, everything like that.
Yep.
But this is playoff levels of competition, man. So without further ado, let's just dive straight in, boys.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get into it. I want to remind everybody to hit that like, support the streams, and make sure to subscribe, stay close to the channel, turn the alerts on so you know when we're live, so you know when new content is posted on the channel. So we are going to go to our friends at Tier Maker to help us put this together. We have 5 categories. Could win it all. Good, not great, mid, minor league squad, and why are they here? That is our ranking system, and we're going to identify the teams that are most likely to win it all the way down to, thanks for showing up. Are there any participation trophies? Can we at least get our tickets home paid for? So let's start with Team Australia. And Australia comes in with, quite frankly, not that impressive of a squad. Listen, I know there may be people that know a few of these players, but when we compare it to the rest of the groups here, Team USA, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, this squad just does not have a whole lot to it. Graham Lloyd's a bullpen coach. I'm trying to find names that you guys would know. Maybe Logan Wade kind of rings a bell. Outside of that, this team does not have a whole lot going on. So you guys, where are we going to put Team Australia?
Well, I'm going to first say this because it's the first team that we're ranking. Like, we look at the rosters. Of course, we know who the major leaguers are, maybe a couple top prospects. But if you're not a minor leaguer and you're playing in another league somewhere, it is very hard to judge and really place you and rank you, that individual player on these large squads. So just looking at this, you're right, Jim. Australia, they're at easy. Why are they here? It's great that they're here. Don't get me wrong. But why are you here? It's going to be good to show up for them, and they're in the bottom tier for me.
Yeah, how'd they even get through qualifying? I tend to agree with you, Adam, because we actually have an article up here on our end, and it's a great article because it lists out every single player in order, and then right beside them, it tells us where they are. And looking at our ranking system, we can see that the 4th best tier on this ranking system is minor league squad. And when we look at this team, I would argue that 80% of them are not even in the minors. So with that being considered, it's not a minor league squad. It's why are you here?
Exactly.
There's not even any delay on this. We are getting right into Team Canada. Let's go with Team Canada. Fire up the anthem. Let's go, baby. So Team Canada, a little bit better. We got Matt Brash. We got John Axford. I'll give you some names you maybe heard of. Yeah. We've got Cal Quantrill. We've got Bo Naylor, one of the interesting prospects for the Cleveland Guardians. Freddie Freeman is here. The legend, the WRC Plus legend, Otto Lopez is here. We've got Tyler O'Neill going to get his bounce back breakout 2023 campaign started with Team Canada. Where do you guys put, and now this can be tough.
We're taking our bias out. That's for sure.
Yeah, try to take the bias out. Where are you putting Team Canada?
Okay. Let me talk to Adam right here, man.
Yeah.
Let's face it. They're not a could win at all.
No,
they could not win at all. I don't think we're there yet.
I don't even think they're good. Not great.
Probably not. But I also don't necessarily think that they're a minor league squad because when you look at their team, they have a lot of guys that are not minor leaguers. I think when we look at this team, they are in between the mid and the good, not great. At the ceiling of ceilings, it's like everybody's popping off. These guys are good. Like we could make a run here, but probably more in the mid category.
Yeah, for me, it's mid. I mean, I was looking at a bunch of rankings too, comparing, because we're going to compare these teams to one another. They're literally mid. Like they're 9th, 10th, like around that mid mark in the whole tournament. So they're pretty much mid of mid. And let's go Canada. Let's go mid.
Honestly, that's not even bad for Canada, man. Like I'm feeling the patriotism a little bit, and this is a good building block. We got 4 more years. Let's start to grow the talent, boys, and come out stronger in whatever that is, like 2028 or something.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go mid on Canada. Let's move on to Team China. China is going to be you've got literally nothing here in the States. So listen, I don't want to say I'm coming across as ill-informed, right? Like overseas baseball guy. I'll be honest with you. I cannot tell you anything much about the baseball leagues. I know there's some major league guys at KBO. There's obviously some professional players here from the overseas leagues, but I can't tell you any of these guys, and really give you an informed opinion. For that fact, should we just put them mid, or what are you guys hearing about Team China that maybe
it's got to be why are they here? I mean, when I looked at this one article, it's saying China now ranks 30th in the current World Baseball Softball Confederation World Rankings.
Right.
I mean, there's 20 teams in this tournament. They're going to be at the bottom. Look, there's just nothing credible here. Like they don't have a real big history with baseball. They have their own leagues, but they're separate from the world. So how can we really make a judgment here? How can I make them higher than what they are when they aren't playing against the top competition in the world? So I gotta go. Yeah. I gotta go. Why are they here? They have one guy in the Dodgers system.
I'm probably with you on the why are they here as well. They're totally derailing the conversation right here, but maybe I'm completely ignorant. Actually, I am completely ignorant, and I'd love it if people in the comments could fill me in, educate me. What is the sport that China is known for? Do we know? What is like Canada's hockey, like you could argue
they play a lot of like Olympics that kick ass.
They definitely kick ass. Right. I'm wondering what is the national sport of China?
I don't think it's baseball.
I think it's really good. I'm not kidding you. It's good. It's martial arts, right? It'd be martial arts. Yeah. I honestly think like in the Olympics, like ping pong. I think they're really good at ping pong.
They're kick ass at ping pong.
What else? I feel like they are good at gymnastics. They're not good at the major
team sport.
We'll call it commercialized sports.
Right. I'll give them one thing though. Their jerseys are kick ass. If I don't know if you guys saw their jerseys, they are fire.
Oh, dude, and I personally like their hat the best.
That's cool.
I mean, it's a dragon. It's literally a C and a dragon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they win it. They win at the hat competition.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to the next team, and it is going to be Team Chinese Taipei. Looking at their team, trying to find some major league talent. You've got Yu Chang is on that squad. You've got some more players that we've seen at the major league level. This is another one of those teams that I think you have they're pretty much all exclusively from. Their birth countries are all from Taiwan. So I'm sure there are some pro players from the overseas leagues there. But you guys give me your feel on Chinese Taipei. Are they going to be sort of a mid, a minor league, a why? I don't think they're a good. I don't think they're good, not great. Where are you guys going to put them?
Yeah, I ranked them a little bit before, Jim. I was taking a look, and like, look, they're all from the Chinese Professional Baseball League. It's like a ton of them, and again, we just really don't know. They have a few minor league guys, but really don't know. Like, they aren't the worst in the world, but I don't even think they're good enough to be a minor league squad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep throwing everybody I'm ignorant to, like, in the way, like, why are they here? But, like, borderline minor league squad, like, why are they here is where I'm kind of sitting.
I mean, I think that I personally think this is a minor league squad. Like, I'm looking at their team right now. They got a few major leaguers. They actually have a few major leaguers. They also have a lot of guys that play in the Japanese and the Chinese league, right? So, I mean, I think that it's. Yeah, I feel like you could put this team in the minor league system and they would compete, probably.
Okay. Maybe single A, double A?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's move on to Team Colombia next. And Team Colombia, we'll get the situation for them down. Sorry, I was moving some things around on my end. Team Colombia, we've got Johan Romero, Julio Teheran, Jorge Alfaro. You've got, what else do we have here? We've got Gio Urshela, Oscar Mercado, Harold Ramirez. So a mix of some. A mix of some quality baseball talent, right? No superstars, but definitely some decent players. Gio Urshela is a good player. Harold Ramirez is a good player. Oscar Mercado has had a few moments at the big league level. Where are you putting Team Colombia?
Honestly, I do like Colombia, and my gut wants me to throw them kind of in the, like, they have guys who've been there and done it before. You know what I mean? So for me, I kind of want to put them higher than Taiwan for sure. But I don't know if they're quite at the caliber of Canada. Low, mid to an upper minor league squad feels good to me. Nick, do you feel any strong ways about that?
I mean, maybe I'm a little bit higher on them than you are.
Yeah.
Like, I think that you could, frankly, like, flip a coin, in my opinion, and have them higher than Canada. Like, I think I would probably lean higher mid, just because, like, they have a decent amount of major league talent on there, and guys who, if they really come out hot, like, they could do well.
Yeah, no, I like they have good bats in their lineup, and the pitching's there. I mean, Teheran and Quintana. So let's throw them in mid, right there with Canada, right beside each other. What do you think, Jim?
Let's go mid. I like it. I think that's a fair argument, and I think that's you've got enough. You've got some good quality talent there. All right, let's move on. Cool. Next up, it is Team Cuba. Team Cuba is our next team, and here's who we've got. I'm looking through here. This is an interesting squad because, and I hate to put it this way, but a lot of these guys, like the best players, need to defect. I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's kind of the way it is, right?
Yeah.
You have Yoenis Cespedes.
Yeah.
Luis Robert is on the squad as well. You've got Yohan Moncada, Luis Mateo, and after that, it's guys that are either in the minors or players that we'll hear about, we'll find out about for the first time, and we'll be like, man, it's too bad he's not, he can't play in the major leagues. So some good talent, right? Yohan Moncada has had, not last year, but he was hurt a lot last year. Luis Robert is definitely I would say he's probably the best player on the team. So where are we going with Team Cuba here, guys?
Oh man, like they got like a pretty mid lineup, pretty not bad, but the pitching is really depleted. Like there really isn't any top guys, with Cuba. And you're right, they're a lot older.
Are they okay? So let's work it like this then. Are they better or worse than Canada?
Worse. I think
they're worse than Canada.
Yeah.
Are they better or worse than Colombia?
Good question. There are some articles out there that are saying that they're better than Canada, but I don't know. I just don't agree. I kind of want to put them in the mid as well, like around the same area, like because you said Colombia. I could go either way.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really see a whole lot of difference between this team and the two other teams that we have in mid right now. You know, you got like one really good player. Like for us, it's Freddie Freeman. For them, it's Louis Robert. I mean, like you got a few other major leaguers.
That's good,
right? It's like, but other than that, it's like who knows what could happen.
Yeah. What do you think, Jim?
You guys tell me where we're putting them.
Mid.
Oh. All right. So here we are. That's fine. That's a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Next up, it is Team Czech Republic.
Jeez.
The Czech Republic squad. We've got a big one coming up next, but let's get Czech Republic in here. Put them at the front of the list. They should have been at the front of the list as it was, but there they are now. The Team Czech Republic, I have a feeling I know exactly where we're going to be putting this team. There really isn't a whole lot. Eric Sogard, Blue Jay fans, Eric Sogard is on Team Czech Republic, and
there you go. Actually, he's the headliner.
Only name you know.
But still, with that being said, I am going to put them in the why are they here category. There's just the whole depth of the roster is just it's not really there. It's not really there. You know, and I look at other rankings too, and people, you know, they're just happy to kind of be here.
Yeah,
situation.
I agree.
Yeah, if we had a happy to be here category, maybe that's instead of why are they here, it should be maybe just happy to be here. How about you know what? Instead of being so insulting, let's do this. Happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Let's make it a little less insulting. Just happy to be here. They're happy to make the trip.
Welcome.
All right. Let's get on to again one of the big ones. And let's
throw them in there. There you go. There you go.
Next one, it's a big one. It is the Dominican Republic team. This is maybe our first contender here. Big squad here. Sandy Alcantara. You've got Johnny Cueto, Camilo Duval, Luis Garcia, Christian Javier, Rafael Montero, Gregory Soto, loaded with the pitching.
Oh, yeah.
Francisco Mejia and Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez, who's still a free agent, by the way. Gary Sanchez, maybe he can come out of the WBC with an MLB contract. Willie Adames, nice. Rafi Devers, Wander Franco, Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena. That's the infield.
Yeah.
The outfield is Teoscar Hernandez, Eloy Jimenez, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto. I mean, I guess the question isn't where should they go, because we know where they should go.
Yeah.
Are they going to win it all? Yeah. Will they win it all is really the question.
Honestly, they're my favorites. One of my favorites to win it all. So throw them up there and they could win it all. Like the Alcantara is going to be dominant for them. They literally have like the best pitcher, in my opinion, in this tournament. Like could be the best tournament pitcher. So yeah, and I mean you said it all there, Jim. The lineup's incredible. Like there's no holes. Sadly, even without Vladdy, like they're still going to be really good. Like who could win it all?
No, it's completely ridiculous, man. And I mean, like, if it were not for the United States, which we're going to get to in a second, I mean, this team is just so much better than anybody else. And I think you would argue it's not even an argument. They are 100% better than any major league team.
100%.
By a wide margin, right? You just took all of the best players getting paid the most on all of the major league teams and put them on one squad.
Yeah.
This is literally maybe one of the best teams that we've ever seen constructed ever.
Yes. Yeah. This is a team that, and I'm going to steal the whole Space Jam thing. If aliens from another planet came down and said, for the sake of your species, we will play you in a baseball game, put your best team together, we would be sending the Dominican Republic.
100%. That would be my go-to. Yep. Not even like, USA is really good. Don't get me wrong, but Dominican Republic, pretty darn good.
That's really good. All right. Next up, it is Team Great Britain. And Team Great Britain is led by a whole bunch of pitchers. Literally, if you can throw, they took you. There's like 30 pitchers on this team. None of them you've really heard of. Maybe somebody's heard of a couple of these guys because Vance Worley, I know I've heard of him. But for the most part, no impact guys. You have maybe the biggest name is Trace Thompson.
Yeah, it's Trace Thompson.
Is over on Team Great Britain. So where are we putting Great Britain?
Like they definitely got minor leaguers, and good for them with grabbing a bunch of these guys. But still, I'm almost in the category of just like a top tier, just happy to be here, in my opinion. Because like there's no MLB. I mean, Trace Thompson, but that's it. Like, but he's not even an impact kind of player.
I mean, it's possible that they're a minor league team, but they would be a bad minor league team.
Yeah,
right.
Like we're talking like you're gonna lose a lot of games in the minor leagues if you're a minor league team.
So we're gonna go with just happy to be here for Great Britain.
Probably.
Yeah. And I don't even know if Trace Thompson's happy to be here. Wouldn't he be happier just hanging out with his Dodger teammates and watching play?
He wasn't gonna make Team USA. I think he's American. So you might as well go to Great Britain and be the star.
Sure. There you go. There you go. All right. So that's Team Great Britain. Next up, it is Team Israel. Team Israel is headlined by. There's a few guys. They've actually got a few guys. So Dean Kramer from the Baltimore Orioles is on Team Israel. We've also got guys. Not a lot of people know about this prospect yet. I do. I'm paying attention to him. Zach Geloff. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But Oakland A's prospect, and he can hit. Spencer Horwitz, Blue Jays minor leaguer, is on this team. Danny Valencia, who I believe was at one time a Toronto Blue Jay.
Danny Valencia.
Jock Peterson, who I wish had been a Toronto Blue Jay. Now, interestingly enough, at least on MLB's depth chart for outfielders, they only have two listed, Alex Dickerson and Jock Peterson. So obviously they're going to be sliding Horowitz out there, they'll slide Valencia out there, or they'll just go with a two-man outfielder and then say F it. So where are we going to go with this team, which is not that bad? They've also got who am I missing here? Oh no, that's everybody. I thought I saw Jake Diekman on the squad, but that is somebody else. So where are you going to put Team Israel?
That bad, but if I'm going to place them anywhere, I think they're a good minor league squad. Like I think the mid guys, they have some, top talent in the major league level, like each of one of those teams in there in the mid category. But, you got Jock Peterson, he's a major leaguer. But after that, it's like you kind of have all these minor leaguers that are at the top of their game in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
So for me, they're one of the best minor league squads.
We'll go minor leagues. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get go ahead. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Nick. Let's do Team Israel. We just did Israel. Team Italy. Italy is kind of an interesting group because who is there? There's somebody that's there that is Mike Piazza. That's it. Mike Piazza. He's not playing, but he is coaching. You've got Sal Frelick on that squad. You've got Vinny Pasquantino, one of the sort of breakout players from KC last year. And if he didn't break out on your radar last year, he's going to this year. Nicky Lopez. I guess this team is just grabbing Kansas City Royals.
Vinny Pasquantino. Royals prospect.
Yep.
Pasquantino. Oh my God, how do you say his name?
Pasquantino.
Yeah.
They grabbed some KC players here, but not a bad team as far as the pitching goes. Though you've got Matt Harvey, but probably the most notable name. I don't know how much he's going to give you. Joe Biagini, is on Team Italy. Where are we putting Team Italy, guys?
I'm feeling like probably a good minor league squad as well is kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
We're in that realm where it's like they could play there. They could pick up a few W's. I don't think that they're quite at the same caliber of Team Canada. And I just don't think that they have anybody that good, but like they got depth enough to be a minor league team.
Yeah, it's the pitching for me. Like their lineup's not horrible at all. I think their lineup could put up a fight, but it's the pitching. I mean, Matt Harvey's kind of headlining it, so he's not really playing anymore. So I agree. A good minor league squad.
All right, let's get on to another big one. Team Japan.
Yeah.
So this one's interesting. And a reminder to everybody, if you have not yet, make sure to hit that like. Help the stream by hitting the like. We do appreciate that. So this is interesting because there are really 2 pitchers on this team.
Yeah.
And if anybody else gets into the game as a starter, if anybody else actually starts a game, and they've got like 20 pitchers on this roster, I'll be shocked. Yu Darvish and Shohei Ohtani are the 2 pitchers that you'll be sort of leaning on. And then as far as the bats go, Lars Nootbaar is on Team Japan, and you'll obviously have Ohtani. You also have Masataka Yoshida is on the team. This was a team that was going to have Seiya Suzuki, but he had to pull out. So where are we going to go with Team Japan? Are they our first good, not great, or is there enough here, albeit not a deep major league team, but some good players from the Japanese pro leagues? Where are you feeling? Where are you feeling Team Japan?
That's where it's really tough. You know, I mean, they literally have some of the, like, they are taking the best Japanese players from the Japanese league and putting them on the squad. You know, all these young phenoms that we're hearing about, they're on these they're on the squad. Right next to Ohtani, and Yu Darvish as well. So like they could be, because I'm ignorant, could win it all. Like I honestly, in my opinion, they're top 3. But I think there is a difference. Like if all those players, if they were really great, maybe they'd be over here in, the MLB already. Maybe that's ignorant to say. They are a little bit younger. But there is a tier difference when you have teams like DR and USA. I do think Japan is like a could win it all team. Like I absolutely, I'm already talking myself into it. I think they're a low could win it all team.
I tend to agree with you, man. I was gonna give you some pushback if we didn't put them in there.
Yeah.
And partially because, and this is insanity, man. Like I don't know if I'm reading off this freaking slash line properly. A 318 batting average, a 458 on base, a 711 slugging,
56 homers. That's Murakami.
That is ridiculous,
That's
man.
crazy.
They have other guys on here with a 2.02 ERA. These are guys that we've never heard of. And they've also won this competition twice already.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they could do it.
Yeah, I think honestly, like it really does boil down to the fact that it's like we haven't seen them in the major leagues, but maybe that literally is just like kind of like Western ignorance.
Yeah.
These guys are badass over there. There really isn't that much of a tier drop off, and they've done it before, so they could do it again.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Team Japan is definitely going to be in the mix to win this thing.
I'm really excited, gentlemen, because I feel like, and maybe you guys know this a bit better, I wasn't like super deep into baseball the last time that we had a World Baseball Classic, but I'd imagine if Team Japan does go pretty far here, and we see some of these guys kind of pop off against other major leaguers, like if they're up against the United States or something like that in the finals, or I'm not sure how it all maps out, but if they're up there and they're smacking home runs and stuff, maybe some of those guys come over.
Dude, that's what the whole thing with Yusei Kikuchi was.
True.
He was looking pretty good.
Exactly.
So that's why the hype was there.
There will be some stars born in this tournament. Some players that really stand out and get that Western feel going. Get the appetite going for them to come over at some point. All right. Japan is a good one. Next up, let's go to Team Korea.
Okay.
Most notable players there, probably remember Kwang Hyun Kim from his time with the St. Louis Cardinals. He's maybe the most notable pitcher. As far as the rest of the squad, Tommy Edman is on this team. Ha-Sung Kim is on this team. Young-Hyo Park. You've got Hyung-Soo Kim. So this is a team, again, this is where you're going to have a lot of, you probably have, and I don't know this well enough, but you probably have a KBO like all-star team here.
Yeah.
So I would expect that mixed in with some of the pro guys is going to make this Korea team pretty good. But are they great? Could they win it all?
Yeah, I don't think they're a could win it all. Again, could be some ignorance here, but you're right. Like they have the little KBO MVP on this team, and a lot. They're going to take a lot of their top talent, put them on this team. They have something to fight for. So I think this could be our good, maybe great team.
Yeah, let's do it.
Again, you're taking the best players of the league. You got some major league experience. I think they're better than Canada. So you're my good, maybe great.
Yeah, they're probably better than Canada. Like it's so difficult to judge those guys that are playing over there in a league that is almost as competitive as the major leagues, but it's so hard to judge when we're so used to watching MLB. So I agree with you. Good, maybe great.
Let's get on to Team Mexico.
Woo.
And Team Mexico, I think, is going to be tricky. Pitching for all of these teams. I'm looking at their pitchers. Like
the big problem here, though, Jim, is they're missing their MVP.
Remind me, Kirk.
Alejandro.
That's right, Kirk.
Had to drop out, man. I mean, bless his soul. He just had a kid, so shout out and congratulations. But that is a loss.
Yeah, but good gain for us, loss for Team Mexico. So I like the pitching. Julio Urias, Jose Urquidy, Taijuan Walker. So those will be your starters. And then they've got a lot of...
Don't forget Sandoval.
Did I miss Sandoval? Yes, Patrick Sandoval. Right, good call. So they've got 4 good starters and then a lot of good relief pitchers as well. As far as the bats go, you've got Joey Meneses, the old rookie from last year, the 30-year-old rookie. Isaac Paredes, who's completely on the other side of the spectrum. I don't even know if he's 22 yet. Rowdy Tellez, Luis Urias, an outfield of Randy Arozarena, Alec Thomas, Alec Verdugo, Jared Duran. Is this a could win it all team or a good, maybe great
team?
Look,
I love their – I think they could have one of the best staffs. Like you see a lot of these other teams, they don't really – bring in a lot of their big pitchers, especially the USA. But they could have the best staff in this. Their lineup's good too. I mean, they're fringing on a could win it all team, but I do think there is still a difference. They're probably top of the good, maybe great, in my opinion. What do you think, Nick?
Kirk would have pushed them over the edge. If they would have had Alejandro Kirk, I think I could make an argument for could win it all, but I don't see them being able to finish this thing off without their 3-hitter.
So where are we going? We're going good, maybe great?
It's good, maybe great. Top of good, maybe great.
Yeah. They're in the upper echelons.
All right. Let's get them up here. Next, we've got Team Netherlands. Team Netherlands, you're going to see Kenley Jansen. You're going to see, remember, Pedro Strop. Those are 2 of the more prominent pitchers that you're going to see. So unless there is some players that we're just not aware of, the pitching is a little light here. When it comes to the bats, this is the Xander Bogaerts team. Xander Bogaerts, Jonathan Scope, Andrelton Simmons. Andrelton Simmons still trying to find a major league deal. So this would be a good opportunity for him to showcase his stuff. Jurickson Profar also still looking for a major league deal. He's on Team Netherlands. Josh Palacios, who former Blue Jay. So where do we have the Hensley Mullins-led, Bert Blyleven pitching coach-led Team Netherlands?
They're not bad.
I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised. They do have some actual decent talent there.
Yeah.
I was pretty convinced walking into this that they were – pretty minor league-esque, but that might even be mid, maybe.
I think they're mid. I think with their top heavy, they got their superstar right there. The pitching isn't, the worst in the world. They got some major leaguers, and they have some people filling out that lineup. Excuse me, you could probably make a lot of comparisons to, Team Canada, maybe a little bit better pitching Team Canada. But, yeah, they're mid.
Yeah.
They're mid.
Let's get them in there. All right, so we've got Team Netherlands down. Next up, we're going to go to Team Nicaragua. Let's get them up on there. Here we are going to find Jonathan Loaisiga. We're going to find who else? That's about it. It is not a deep. It's not a deep crew. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting, if I'm overlooking somebody here. I am. Most definitely not. So JC Ramirez, Jonathan Loaisiga's got a heavy load to carry. Yeah. So where are we placing Team Nicaragua here? I think I know where we're placing them. You guys make it official.
Just happy to be here kind of team. A lot of rankings have them there too as well. When Loaisiga is the man, I like Loaisiga. He's had some good years in the major leagues, but That can't be your man.
Nope.
Can't be your man.
Nope.
Also, big shout out to Lenny's Eye for the $3 donation. Thank you very much, my friend. We certainly appreciate it.
All right, let's keep it moving. We're done with Team Nicaragua. Let's get to Team Panama. Team Panama is led by, who do we have here? I'm looking.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna
try and find them.
Keep looking. I got to start looking at these one team ahead. Christian Bethencourt with the Tampa Bay Rays is one of the catchers there. As far as pitching goes, nobody really heard of. So this is a very deep and true to Panama roster.
Yeah.
So is this going to be another team that is just happy to be here? Because even when I think about my knowledge, Jonathan Araúz, when I think about my knowledge of minor league players, it's even not really there either. So
no, I hear you. Like, yeah, they're not really a minor league squad. You know, again, like Christian, like Bethencourt's their best player. You know, on a prove it, scale. They could be a just happy to be here, Jim. But a nice just happy to be here.
I think that's probably where I'm at. Too.
Yeah, their depth is kind of lacking as well.
I feel like Panama could, because we've definitely seen some good players coming out of Panama before, but there's just a lot of guys that I had not heard of here. So yeah.
All right, Team Panama is on the board. We've got a big one coming up next, and it is Team Puerto Rico. Again, we're just we're going to see where maybe once we're done, we'll line up the could win it all teams. So we have on Team Puerto Rico, Jose Barrios, which I will actually be at that game. I am I'm excited about. It's I'm going down and I'll be at that game. So I'll be there rooting for Barrios. Also have Jorge Lopez. You've got Emilio Pagan. You have Marcus Stroman. Those are sort of your main pitchers there. When it comes to the lineup, MJ Melendez, Martin Maldonado, Christian Vasquez. There's a lot here. Javi Baez, Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
You've got Eddie Rosario there. Definitely more star power in that infield than there is in the outfield. Yadier Molina is the skipper of this.
Oh, that's elite.
So
there you go.
So what do you think? Just happy to be here for Team Puerto Rico?
Yeah. Definitely not, Jim.
All right. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Oh, what the big could win it all from Jim.
I mean, it's close for me. I think that there's a strong argument for it, man. I do actually, because looking at it, thinking about that infield and everything, like it does feel like they could win it all. I like Japan better. I like Dominican Republic better. But this feels kind of to me like Dominican Republic light, Like I still think that they could win it all. And
I agree with you.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna put them good, maybe great, but now I'm talking myself into it. They're better than Mexico. They're better than Korea.
Yeah.
And they could win it all.
Yeah, I think for me, maybe it's just a me thing. In my gut, I feel like there's a tier between good, maybe great, and could win it all. Like maybe there's literally a good, great, and could win it all. And I would put Puerto Rico on the great. Because the powerhouses of Japan and Dominican Republic are definitely better, but I think you're right. Like if one game means anything, like if you could win one game, you could probably win a 7-game series. You could probably take 2 or 3 away from Dominican Republic.
100%. You know what I mean? I mean, like let's put that team. If we put that team in the major leagues, they probably make playoffs. It's close.
Yeah,
but they probably make playoffs, right? So
All right, let's go with it.
Let's go. We've got 3 in the could win it all. We might be adding another one, or is this team good, not great? Let's see. This USA team led by, let's see. Let's really get, obviously we know all of the players for the most part. Let's get the guys that are going to lead Team USA. Here's the problem. I don't think I like Team USA's pitching.
Yeah.
I don't. Right. I think of the could win it all teams, those 3 teams have better pitching.
I agree.
I don't really like, this is a lot of bullpen guys. I don't want Kyle Freeland pitching an inning. I don't want Kyle Freeland pitching an inning. Lance Lynn, see what Lance Lynn's got.
Yeah.
This is a big season for Lance Lynn, just in general, to show what he's got. So I don't love the pitching. Adam Wainwright. All right, let's see. I mean, why do I feel like?
I mean, Mikolas is pretty good.
He is, but I'll say this. I worry that at the end of the day, I guess here's what I don't know. I don't want to necessarily bash Lynn and Miles Michaelis and Adam Wainwright and Brady Singer. I don't necessarily want to bash them, but if I'm putting them up against the starters from these other could win it all teams, I think I like the other team in every single matchup.
No, you're right, Jim. Like I'm not gonna, argue with on that. Of those three could run on teams, they're definitely the worst. But that lineup,
the lineup is good. You've got
put them there.
You've got JT Realmuto and Will Smith catchers. You've got Pete Alonso, Tim Anderson, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, Trey Turner, Bobby Witt Jr., Mookie Betts, Jeff McNeil, Kyle Schwarber, Mike Trout.
This is the best lineup in the
the best. Tournament. It's amazing. It is top notch. No doubt about it.
That for me, that's why they're always going to be a could win it all.
Yeah.
They're always going to be that. But yeah, you're right. There's a very fair argument. If they're going to lose, it's the pitching, but they might just have to slug their way into to victory. That's what it's got to be.
It might be. So those of you here, I do see an uptick in views for our live stream. Thank you for being here. Make sure to hit that like if you haven't yet. We are going to be, I've got the 4 up there right now at the Could Win It All. That is not the final order. We are going to take a minute once we have placed Team Venezuela. We're going to take a minute and we are going to arrange the top 4. So just don't go anywhere. We have to actually identify, is U.S. the number 1 could win it all team? We will do that in just a moment after we go through Team Venezuela, our final team here. Venezuela also has a good team. I think they might be at the top of this list as well. Pablo Lopez, Jesus Luzardo, Eduardo Rodriguez, some of the top pitching that you'll see from that squad. Also, Sal Perez, Omar Narvaez, Luis Ariz, Eduardo Escobar, Andres Jimenez, Eugenio Suarez, Gleyber Torres, Ronald Acuna Jr., David Peralta, Anthony Santander, Miggy Cabrera. So this is another beast of a squad. I think. Am I right? We're putting them in. They could win it all.
Toss them in could win it all for sure, man. Like they absolutely could. Like this is a really good team, and if everything goes their way, like they could win it all.
That lineup is really, really good. Like this is definitely top tier lineup. Like man, that outfield: Acuna, Peralta, Santander. Like that's nasty. You got Jimenez, like Torres, like all the Luis Arias, the batting champion, Jose Altuve, the all-star. Like, man, that's a good
squad.
lineup.
That's a great team. All right. So I don't know if we can necessarily order this 1 through 5. That's going to be, we could be here for an hour.
Yeah.
So let's do this. We each get 1 vote. Make a case. Take a minute to think about it. Make a case for a team. I'll go first. Let you guys think about it. I would absolutely love to rep my country, but I don't think I can. I am going, and listen, if we agree on one, that's all good. That might end it right there. We'll have the could win it all team. I am leaning towards the Dominican Republic. I absolutely love this lineup. Like I said earlier in the stream, I feel like if aliens were to come down from another galaxy and challenge us to a baseball game for the sake of the planet, we would put together the Dominican Republic baseball squad. Yeah. And that's who we would send out there. So I am going to make my vote. Sandy Alcantara. All right. I mean, listen, from top to bottom. Like, yes, who's the pitcher you want starting the game for the planet? I'll take Sandy in that start. So I'm going Dominican Republic as my vote. I know Japan could do it. Japan's got a good team. Puerto Rico, USA, Venezuela, they're all good, but I think the Dominican Republic is just a notch above.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, Jim. I'm gonna go Dominican Republic as well.
Okay.
The one thing you did say, and I took another look at the roster, like you gotta look at that bullpen too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That bullpen has got some nasty depth to it. I mean, you got Rafael Montero, you got Hector Neris, Joel Pams, Gregory Soto. Like You got some dudes, Diego Castillo, like you're gonna have no problem, shutting down games. And that lineup is so balanced. Like and the outfield's gross. Like they're the most complete team overall, and I gotta go with them.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody was holding a gun to my head and asked me like bet your life on something, I'd probably go DR2. But for the sake of variety, I'll make the argument here for Japan. I do think that they are top tier. Well, then they're right. They've done it twice before. Any team that is led by Shohei Ohtani is going to be incredible. I don't know if you guys saw, but this guy was batting a home run off of his one knee the other day. And I just feel too like maybe like this is the opportunity for some of these Japanese players to showcase to the world that they are not only just as good, but better than all these guys in North America. Like, well, why are you guys talking so much about them? I can do what they can do, and I can do it just as good, if not better, right? And again, like we've seen this happen before, so it's not like this is like something that's never been done before. It's been done twice already. I'm going to go Japan.
All right. Well, you have been outvoted. So if we were to order them, we would go Dominican Republic 1, Japan 2. I might go USA 3 based on that lineup, followed by Puerto Rico, Venezuela tied. We'll just do that. We'll go Dominican Republic 1, Japan 2, USA 3, and Puerto Rico, Venezuela tied for the number 4 spot in our WBC power rankings. Look at that. We got it done with almost 2 hours to spare until the first game starts. So don't say we're not timely, prompt, and efficient, because we got our WBC power rankings done before the WBC starts. How about that?
Love it.
How about that, everybody? So what do you got? How you guys feeling about this? Everything? You guys looking forward to it?
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm kind of looking at it, and obviously, we are American and Canadian here, looking at our pool. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Mexico's going to be a competitive game. USA is going to crush us. That'll be fun. But against Colombia and Great Britain, we got a shot to win those games. So if we can win, if we can walk out of the WBC as Canada with 2 Ws, that's a win for us.
I completely agree, man. For those of you who don't know, we're actually going live for some of the Canada games on our channel. I'm not sure if you've got any WBC content coming up, Jim, then definitely shout it out, bro. But I know that we want to pretty closely cover what Canada's doing, just because this only does happen, once every 4 years, and we got to support the boys.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Again, I'm going to be at one of the games on, I think it's Saturday, so we'll see. There may be a pop-up live stream. There may be something that happens. It's not a US game. I'm going to I believe it's the Puerto Rico Venezuela game. But that's one of the things I'm looking forward to the most is you're gonna have that national pride. And I think that will really come through. It's not all these matchups, but some of these matchups, and that's going to make it really fun. So, also, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of these guys.
Just to shout this out, I just remembered this right now to kind of further enhance my argument here for Japan. So last time that we were looking at this, if we were to bring up the actual table for it, Japan 100% has the easiest pathway to the final.
That's right.
They definitely have the easiest pathway to the final. The Dominican Republic, the United States, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, they're all like they're going to be hitting each other pretty hard. Japan's got pretty smooth sailing if they want to make it to the final.
Let's see. I'm looking at let's see if the brackets here. Is this so yeah, this isn't going to show me who gets, although there it is. Yeah, you're right. Here, you know what? Let's take 2 seconds. We can do this. We can do this real quick. Let's get it back up here. I'm going to have to zoom that out and move this over. And then let's see, what do we got here? Hold on, guys. Let me move this out of the way. No, this is not going to work, is it? It is going to do something else. Well, you're right. So let's go back. Let me just remove this out. We'll come back full screen here. So you're right, though. You've got a situation where Japan should get through Pool B. The toughest opponent they'll have there is Korea. After they get through Korea, which they should, they will play the winner of Pool A. And the toughest team in Pool A it's Chinese Taipei, Netherlands, Cuba, Italy, and Panama. So you're right. They have the easiest path to the semifinals. Pool D is tough with Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Israel. Even Israel's got a quality team. Nicaragua's got a quality team. Pool C, you've got USA, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, Great Britain. So it's not going to be easy for USA to come out of the first round. They should, but it's not going to be a piece of cake. And then the second round, that's going to be tough. You could see the U.S. going up against Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Venezuela. That's going to be tough.
Yeah. So it should be interesting, man. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm predicting a DR Japan matchup. That'd be great.
That'd be good. That'd be so good.
Yeah.
That would be great. All right. I'm with you on that. I'm going to jump on that. I'm with you on that.
Let's go.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in and spending time with us on this Tuesday night. If you have not yet, if you're not aware, we do this every Tuesday, so make sure to set a reminder to be back with us. Appreciate you all coming back. Those of you that have been regulars here, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate that. I'm going to jump. The boys are going to jump. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Enjoy the WBC games, everybody. Any final words, Nick, Adam? Anything final you got?
Go Canada, go, baby.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, everybody. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and we will catch you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.